Hey guys, welcome to Key Roots, the key roots of sex addiction. My name is Collin, and today I wanted to cover some very important principles in recovery. And so I'm just going to get right to it. The first principle that I wanted to talk about was being forthright and honest. I'm going to read some things that I wrote a long time ago. Addiction thrives in secrecy and in deceit, both to self and others. In secrecy and lies, there is no accountability. Get honest. Tell the truth. Find a trusted someone or people that you can open up to. Eventually, you may need to tell those closest to you, like your wife or parents. Being forthright and honest is not just about telling others your misdeeds. It's about getting better and progressing personally and in relationships. Now, the second principle comes right after that. If you're going to be honest and open about your addiction, you need to find someone to tell. So this next principle is join a team. Are you trying to get over your sex addiction yourself? How many times have you said you'll overcome this and failed? A billion times, I'm guessing. This is not something that can be done alone. You need someone's ears to hear you. You need someone else's acceptance to accept you as you are. You need someone else's experience to show you the way. Now, what's interesting is that those two principles align with what Patrick Carnes wrote in a book called A Gentle Path Through the 12 Steps. In this particular edition, he shares that there is a neuroscience behind sharing your story, being open and honest, and doing so in the presence of other people. So I'm going to read a little bit out of this book, and it says, writing a new story. Each of us has an internal narrative about our life. We use this narrative as a way to see the world and explain it to ourselves. For addicts, this story typically involves fear, shame, victimization, blame, and anger. The more we retell this story to ourselves, and the more we see the world through the filter of our narrative, the deeper we dig the painful and habitual neural pathways in our brain. This keeps us locked in our addiction and in our repetitive, dangerous patterns of behavior. Recent science has revealed that we can literally change our brain by retelling our story so that it includes new perceptions, new understandings, and new conclusions. As we rewrite our story, we rewire our brain by building new, more functional neural pathways. Over time, as we continue to retell this story to ourselves and others, we strengthen and deepen those pathways, providing ever more support for our healing and recovery. Recently, I was speaking with someone, and when I was talking with him, he shared with me that he didn't even know he was supposed to share particular information with me. And I said to him, well, that's great that we're having this conversation because now you know what you need to share. And as we talked, we discussed how if we're not talking, we don't even know what to talk about. So him and I continued to have a conversation back and forth, and he had epiphanies about what types of things he needed to share with me and what he didn't. After our discussion, his whole mindset had changed, and he knew what could be helpful for him in his recovery. I promise you that as you open up and start talking with others, appropriate others, people who won't judge you, and who are knowledgeable about the situation, that you'll be able to learn and grow in your recovery and find sobriety.